One reason only.
All right, guys, we are live.
And that
We are
is
live.
that Pennsylvania and America
Hershey,
need
Pennsylvania.
4 more years of President Donald Trump.
Right now, we got Vice President Mike Pence coming out to introduce him. So, sorry
4 years of President Donald Trump.
Right now, we got Vice President. Sorry about that. I always forget that. Let's forget that there's a. I'll check back shortly. Okay, Linda, no problem. All right, guys, let's get to this. Hopefully, hold on. Yeah, share screen. All right, application window. Yes. I probably have some issues with it, but you never know. I'm back. Oh wow, that was quick. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
In the White House.
I knew I was going to do this. I knew for a fact it was going to do this.
It's about security. It's about liberty. It's about our values.
Here we go.
And men and women of Pennsylvania.
Come on.
It's about jobs, jobs, jobs.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
From the first day of this administration, President Trump promised to revive.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Trying to get this working here. I gotta have a big, stronger RAM. This is driving me crazy. Fish paste. Hold on, see what we can do.
All have created 7 million jobs all across this country. Unemployment is at a 50-year low. The stock market is setting records. And there are more Americans working today than ever before.
Why does it do this every time I do this? What is going on with Streamlabs? Hold on, let's see if I could get. Hold on, let's go to another source.
One year ago, President Trump signed the largest.
Because I always have issues with them for some reason. This one usually comes in clutch, but I don't know what's going on with StreamYard lately. They need to fix their server. So this goes smoother.
Meet Stitch Fix. Here's how to look good in 4 easy steps. First, complete your style profile. You'll get a box of hand-picked items delivered right to your door. Keep the pieces you like. Send back the rest.
All right, let's see.
But I was there every step of the way.
Yes.
And make no mistake about it. President Donald Trump got it done.
All right, guys, here we go. Enjoy.
I mean, thanks to this president's leadership,
Yeah, I
support
bet.
of all of you and our allies in the Congress.
How's it coming in, guys? Is it coming in good?
We've made America great again.
Yeah, you did. Coming in good? All right. Enjoy.
But to keep America great, we need you to decide right here and right now that Pennsylvania is going to vote for 4 more years of President Donald Trump in the White House.
Okay. Share this out, guys, please. Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on.
I mean, think about it. 4 more years means more jobs.
Oh, yeah.
4 more years means more judges.
Oh, yeah.
4 more years means more support for our troops.
Really? Yeah.
And it's going to take at least 4 more years to drain that swamp. You know, the choice The choice in this election couldn't be clearer. And the stakes couldn't be higher. Today, we have a president who loves this country, who stands by our militaries, our workers, and our freedom.
Yeah, Golden State Times
He
always
never
comes in
quits.
clutch.
He never backs down. He believes in you and fights for you every single day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does.
But today's Democratic Party,
Yeah, that's a good question, huh? Whoa.
means today's Democratic Party has been taken over by radical leftists who want higher taxes, open borders, late-term abortion, and socialist policies that would crush this economy.
Oh, yeah.
And today you saw the news. The do-nothing Democrats even announced articles of impeachment against our president. What a disgrace.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the truth is they're trying to impeach this president because they know they can't defeat this president.
Exactly it.
They can't run against our record. They can't run against his results. They're pushing this baseless and partisan impeachment because they know they can't stop you from giving President Donald Trump 4 more years in the White House.
Oh, yeah, Linda. It is, Linda. Oh, yeah. 4 more years. 4 more years. Yeah.
But despite 3 years of endless investigations and their so-called resistance, I can tell you firsthand, I've seen it every day. President Donald Trump has never stopped fighting for you, and now, Pennsylvania, it's our turn to fight for him.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
It's on. We need you to bring your enthusiasm, just like tonight. We need you to keep voicing your support. We need you to get registered to vote, Pennsylvania. We got a big election next year. Keep telling your neighbors and your friends. And Pennsylvania and America need 4 more years of President Donald Trump, and we will get this done in November of 2020. I believe it.
Yes, I can see the
I
chat.
believe it. Because I have faith. Faith in my friend, the President of the United States, whose boundless energy, drive, and vision have made America great again in 3 short years. We need to have faith in our fellow Americans who know we've turned this country around and know we can make America and Pennsylvania greater than ever before. And lastly, as we go into next year's election, let's have faith. Let's have faith that he who blessed this Commonwealth and this one nation under God will yet bless America beyond anything that we could ask or imagine, if we will simply put one nation under God will yet bless. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out today. It's an honor to be with you all. I can tell you, President Donald Trump is the real deal. He's a man who says what he means and means what he says. He gets up every day and fights to keep the promises that he made to the American people. And I know that with your continued support, with our strong allies elected and reelected from your state house to the nation's capital, with President Donald Trump in the White House for 4 more years, and with God's help, we're going to keep on winning. We're going to keep on delivering a great future for all of the American people, and together with this man, we will keep America great. So now, it is my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you my friend and the 45th President of the United States, President Donald Trump.
There he is. Hold on, we just have to pause it for just a second. I don't want to get copyright, so. He's looking good as ever. There he is. That's where he loves to hang out with us, the American people. It's incredible. I had to pause it for just a second so we can. So once he gets up to the mic here. Wow. Oh, I love those hats, man. I gotta get me one. I gotta get more Trump gear. Not even kidding. All right, he's almost there. I will resume it in just a moment. Yes, he is. Here he comes. Here comes 45th President of the United States of America. The greatest president this country's ever had. Right there. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, you can tell he loves hanging out with us. You know, that's why he has so many of these rallies, because he loves to hang out with us. What other president have you seen that loves to go to rallies like this? Look at that. That place is packed. You can just imagine what it's like outside. It's crazy. Look at them. You got their phones and everything. It's so cool. That place is packed to the max, man. Love it. And we proved these Democrats wrong. All right. Almost, guys. Almost. All right.
Hello, Pennsylvania. Hello.
There he is.
It's great to be back in the state that gave us the Liberty Bell, Pennsylvania Steel, Hershey chocolate. I like Hershey chocolate. The Nittany Lions. You know, the Nittany Lions.
That's right.
They're doing pretty well, too. And the incredible American patriots, just like you are patriots. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Under Republican leadership, America is stronger than ever before, and we are respected again.
Darn right we are.
Last month, you saw it. We smashed expectations with another 266,000 jobs, and unemployment is now more than a 50-year low. We have never seen what's going on with different groups. Unemployment is at a position we've never had anything like this. You're so lucky I became your president, Norman.
That was brilliant. Robert.
I'm only kidding. I have to say I'm kidding, because the fake news back there will take that. They'll take that statement and they'll blow it up. And they'll say he said they were lucky to have him as president. What a horrible thing to say, because they're fake. Anyway, here in Pennsylvania, you had the single best year that you've ever had in the history of our country. Not bad. The Pennsylvania unemployment rate has reached an all-time record low. And I hate to tell you this, when I was campaigning 3.5 years ago, I'd come here. You weren't doing so well, folks, right? You weren't doing so well. Wages were way down. Unemployment was way up. It wasn't a pretty picture. Just a few months ago, I visited the new Shell petrochemical plant in Beaver County at $6 billion with a B. $6 billion. It is the largest investment in Pennsylvania history. We're ending decades of failed trade policies that devastated communities all across the state. For generations, American manufacturing was the bedrock of your economy, the bedrock. Remember last administration, you need a magic wand. It'll never come back. You need we found the magic
you did
wand.
say that.
Then came NAFTA, the NAFTA disaster, I call it, one of the worst trade deals in the history of any country, and the loss of 1 in 3 Pennsylvania manufacturing jobs. Your politicians always pledged to fix it. They talk about it for years and years and decades, but they never were able to do it. They came and they went to Washington and they did nothing. But unlike those politicians, I keep my promises. And I love Pennsylvania. You know, I went to school in Pennsylvania, you know. I know it well. And I'm thrilled to report that we are on the verge of ending the NAFTA catastrophe once and for all.
Yes.
Congress will soon vote on my new trade deal, the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, or USMCA.
Yes. Finally.
After years of waiting, many, many years, many, many decades, they've been looking for this. And then we got it done, and we've been waiting for a long time for Nancy Pelosi to announce.
Yeah, keep sharing this out, guys.
USMCA.
Keep sharing it out. Let's get some more people in here.
And she did it on the same day that they announced that they are going to impeach
Yep.
the 45th president of the United States and your favorite president, I think.
Yep.
And the reason they announced it on the same day, 1 hour later, they announced impeachment. A few guys standing behind her. They announced impeachment. And then an hour later, she announced that she's going to do USMCA. You know why? It's a huge deal. And it plays down the impeachment because they're embarrassed by the impeachment. And our poll numbers have gone through the roof because of her stupid impeachment.
I love this.
And think of it this way also.
I know.
The silver lining of impeachment.
That's supposed my job, mine too, Linda.
That's the reason they approved USMCA. So that's okay with me because they approved
President Trump
it, and
wins
they're
again.
very happy to have it. But honestly, it's an incredible deal for our country. It took too long. It waited in Congress for too long a time. Incredible deal. And replacing the worst, NAFTA. We've also just reached a deal with Congress to invest a record $738 billion more into our great military.
Yes. They need new equipment bad, man.
When I took over, I will tell you, I became president, think of it, almost 3 years ago. By the way, was that the most exciting night ever?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It was. Oh,
you know,
boy.
I'm just watching these people. That was
I was
one
up
of the
until
greatest
midnight
evenings in
that
the
night.
history of television,
I'll never
from a
forget
rating
it.
standpoint, from an excitement standpoint. What the hell would they do without me and you? They'd be gone. You know, about a month before I ran, I picked up a New York Times. It was like a leaflet that you hand out at a grocery store. And now it's thick. They've got all their reporters covering Trump, Trump, Trump. I can't imagine they won't endorse me because without me winning.
Thanks
You know
for
what
joining.
happens? They all go down the tubes. They're gone. All of them. Washington Post, New York Times.
Oh, I hope they do.
There's very dishonest networks. They are very dishonest. Very, very dishonest. No, they're very dishonest people. And I have to say this. Look, and I always have to say this. You have some really great journalists, and you have some honest publications, but not too many of them. I have to be honest with you. The legislator Well, you know that. Does anybody think the
Good to see
media
all
is
the
honest?
fellow patriots in their live chat.
Does anybody think they're totally corrupt and dishonest?
Yes.
All right. The legislation will also officially establish something that's so important to me because it's where it's at. And a lot of people used to smile. And now, outside of the wall, which we're building, you know, the wall is going up.
Uh-huh.
It gets one of the biggest applause of anything. It's the sixth branch of the United States Armed Forces, the Space Force. We're opening up the Space Force.
Ah.
Because you know what? That's where it's at. And everything's built right here in the United States. That's important.
That's how it should
And by
be.
the way, we build
So
the
shit parts
greatest
that we get from
weapons,
other
the
countries.
greatest planes, the greatest ships. We build it in the United States. There's nobody that comes close. We have the greatest military equipment anywhere in the world, rockets and missiles. No place builds it like us. We have the best in the world, and we sell it to allies. And they all want to buy from the United States. We've never had a thing like this.
Thank
We
you,
are
sir. I
so
wish I was there. That's what no truckers are
We are
outside.
so
Yeah, it's Antifa. Linda.
And just a few weeks ago, the United States Special
But they ain't
Forces
that much.
brought the world's #1 terrorist to justice. Thanks to the strength and courage of our warriors, and they are great warriors. The
No, I say, Linda,
bloodthirsty
liberals will be
savage known
liberals.
as al-Baghdadi is now dead.
The place is erupting. Love it. Hey, Democrats, try to impeach them.
And he was quickly replaced by his second in command. And his second in command is now dead.
Yeah, for what I understand, I was on Will Johnson's Unite America First. He said there was some Antifa. Not a whole heck of a lot, though. It's a bunch of pansies, punks.
Not a lot of takers. Yeah, that's what we
But
want.
there's a lot more of us than there is them,
Living a
so
good, normal.
they're outnumbered either way.
Because America is winning again. America is winning again like never before. And as I always say,
You hear me?
I've already said it twice tonight, this country is so respected. And we were not respected
Please speak a little louder.
4 years ago. We were laughed at.
How about now?
But while we're delivering historic victories for the American people, the radical left Democrats and the failed Washington establishment are trying to erase your votes, nullify
Of
the
course they
election,
are.
and overthrow our democracy. Not going to happen. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't lose too much sleep over it.
Yeah.
And I have to say this about the Republicans. The Republicans, and you have a lot of great ones here tonight, your congressmen. You have a lot of great ones. These congressmen are great.
Yes.
The Republicans have never been so united as they are right now, ever.
Oh, yeah. I believe that.
The
They're in
House,
good
the
defense
Senate,
right now.
we've never been this united because it's all a hoax, and they understand it. They also understand poll numbers, but I'm sure that had nothing to do with it. But the impeachment hoax is about overturning your great 2016 vote, or in the alternative, trying to win the 2020 election. That's not going to happen. Yesterday, the Justice Department's Inspector General released a report detailing the outrageous, scandalous, and
Oh,
unprecedented
heck yeah.
abuses of power.
It's more like the Democrats abusing their power. Not President Trump.
Get around.
Actually, I just covered this in today's video. Oh, poop. Oh, come on! You gotta be crapping me. You gotta be crapping me. And no anti-Trumper. No, that's BS.
Get her out. Get her out.
You gotta be shitting me. Excuse my language, guys. Come on.
See, these guys want to be so politically correct. Yeah, get her out.
Yeah, get her out of there. That really irritates me.
You see that? I'll tell you, law enforcement's so great. That particular...
Guys, no joke. The left, they're trying to dress up as Trump supporters, so don't be careful.
Be politically correct. I don't know who he was.
Yeah,
He didn't do the
brainwashed
greatest
you,
job.
Linda. Ugh.
So they tried to frame innocent people in the ludicrous. It all started with the Russia witch hunt, right?
Yep.
Then the Inspector General's shocking report proved that the Obama FBI obtained secret warrants to spy on my campaign based on a phony foreign dossier of debunked
Of
smears
course, we all know it's the
paid for
steal.
by crooked Hillary Clinton and the DNC.
That's right. Yeah. He's exposing all of
The
this.
FBI failed to disclose the nature of the political hit job to the FISA court. They hid it, they deceived it, and they lied. The dossier was written by a discredited foreign agent who, quote, desperate that Donald Trump not get elected and was passionate about him not being the United States president. What's this? Folks, they spied on our campaign, okay? They spied.
They can deny
Never
all they want.
happened
They
before
were.
in the history of our country. And we're really wise to it. We're wise to it. The Inspector General found that the FBI spying application contained 17 errors and omissions commonly known as lies and deceit. When the FBI, and you have great people in the FBI, but not in leadership. Not good people in leadership you haven't had. When the FBI uncovered evidence showing that we did absolutely nothing wrong, which was right at the beginning, they hid that exonerating. You know that. They hid it. They hid it so nobody could see it, so they could keep this hoax going on for 2 years. They knew right at the beginning that it was all a frame-up, a setup.
Yep, they lied, they
But
cheat,
they
and
hid it
steal. That's
so
right,
that
Linda.
nobody could see it, so they could keep it going on, thinking they were going to hurt us politically. But now we're stronger politically than we were ever before.
Yes. Darn it.
And the FBI also sent multiple undercover human spies to surveil and record people associated with our campaign. Look how they've hurt people. They've destroyed the lives of people that were great people, that are still great people. Their lives
Hear
have
this
been
out, guys.
destroyed
Hear it out.
by
Let's get more people
scum.
in here.
Okay, by scum.
Ugh.
An FBI lawyer took an email, forged an email
Good.
used as evidence, an act which is now the subject of a criminal referral. Okay? What they did is so unbelievable. Oh, I look forward. I don't know. I keep away. I look forward to Bull Durham's report. That's the one I look forward to.
Yeah, so everybody's upset
Now, this
already.
report was great.
Everybody's already upset that there's no arrest made. Horschwitz can't make the arrest. He doesn't have that power. William Barr and John Durham do. Once this report comes out, it's going to be very damaging to everybody involved. And that's why the radical left Democrats are pushing for this impeachment hoax on the President of the United States to cover up their crimes.
Consumed with anti-Trump and anti-Trump people hatred and biased
Exactly.
texting about an insurance policy. Let's have an insurance policy. Remember? Peter Strzok and his lover, Lisa Page.
Yeah.
Remember?
He is struck.
Lisa, I love you so much. Lisa, please, Lisa.
It's
Lisa,
Fred,
I've
I'm
never
sorry.
loved anyone like you. We won't allow this to happen to our family. Lisa, please, tell me you love me, Lisa. I love you. Peter, I love you. I love
That's
you
just
like
the-
I've never loved anyone. And if for any reason she loses, even though she's a stone cold corrupt person, if for any reason she loses, Peter, we've got to have an insurance policy. We have to do it because we're going to go, and that's what's been happening for the last 2.5 years. Okay, it was their phony insurance policy.
Oh, excuse me.
So FBI
Wow.
lawyer Lisa Page, so in love that she didn't know what the hell was happening, texted the head of counterintelligence, Peter Strzok. Likewise,
I
so
know,
in
isn't
love
he?
he couldn't see straight. This poor guy.
Oh man.
Did I hear he needed a restraining order after this whole thing to keep him away from Lisa? That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. The fake news will never report it.
Nope.
but
Nope,
it could
they
be
won't.
true. No, that's what I heard. I don't know. I mean, who could believe a thing like that? No, I heard that Peter Strzok needed a restraining order to keep him away from his once lover. Ah, Lisa, I hope you miss him.
Oh, thanks, Linda.
Lisa, he'll never be the same. But he said he's not ever going to become president. And Strzok looked back. No, he won't. We'll stop it. We'll stop it. Can you believe we found these texts? Can you believe this is
Uh-oh. Right.
FBI
Okay,
agents
it's
at
good.
a high level? No, we'll stop it.
Oh, come on.
They're going to
come on,
stop
please.
us from winning an election. And then we have to listen.
No, don't do it.
There was
Don't
no
do
bias.
it.
Oh, there was no bias. Think of these people. They write there was no bias. And yet he's saying, no, darling, we'll stop it. And then they announced there was no bias. Now, you know what we're doing? And it's not easy. And somebody said, a regular president, I don't want to use the word normal because that's not a nice normal refer. A regular president would have been under a table, thumb in the mouth, saying, take me home, mommy, this was too tough for me. So, true, they know.
Oh, my God. Oh,
And while it was tough on my family, I have to say, very unfair to my family, very tough on my family. I have a great family, tough. For me, it's my life.
Yep,
I do
they
it,
are,
I
Miss
do it.
Mary.
It's one thing.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Very tough on the family. A thing like this happens. It's a disgrace. But day after day, we're exposing something called that filthy, disgusting, horrible swamp, and we're cleaning it up.
Please do it.
And now, after 2.5 years, now that the Russia witch hunt is dead, a big, fat, disgusting fraud, the congressional Democrats are pushing the impeachment witch hunt having to do with Ukraine.
Yep, and then you go to Turkey, and then go to this.
But that's already failing. You saw their so-called articles of impeachment today?
Yes, he
People are
does.
saying they're
Yes,
not even a
he
crime.
does.
What happened? All of these horrible things, remember? Bribery and this and that. Where are they? They send these two things. They're not even a crime. This is the lightest, weakest impeachment. You know, our country's had actually many impeachments. You call judges and lots of many impeachments. But it was on today. Everybody said, this is impeachment light.
Impeachment light.
This is the lightest impeachment in the history of our country by far. It's not even like an impeachment. These people are stone cold crooked. When a guy like Shifty Schiff, here's a corrupt politician.
Yeah, he's on fire tonight, man. Fire!
He made up my statement because, see, I did one thing very good.
As soon as I heard about this
Very
deal,
good.
I released my statement immediately. But he had already made horrible statements. And by the way, the whistleblower defrauded our country because the whistleblower wrote something that was totally untrue. And we broke up the game. Remember, the second whistleblower was coming, right? And then the informer. Who is the informer? I know who the informer is. The informer. So the informer obviously gave him false information because they wrote in the whistleblower report, right? They wrote something totally different from what I said. What I said.
Yeah, they redacted it to fit their agenda and fit their narrative.
Because most guys would never.
Exactly.
They didn't even know probably that we.
Democratic Party is cancer to this country.
Word for word transcribed. So beautiful.
They're like a thorn in a sign that we need to get rid of.
Think of that.
Thorn in
so
our
when
side.
I said release it, and I don't like doing that because you're releasing it. It's a conversation with a foreign leader.
Oh, okay.
In this case, a very fine gentleman, president of Ukraine, the new president of Ukraine. And we called them up and we said, would it be okay? Our Secretary of State made the call. Would it be okay?
Yeah, it's all
And they
hearsay,
didn't know
Linda.
what we were talking
It's
about.
all hearsay.
But they said, yeah, it's okay. And by the way, his foreign minister, everybody, did you know they said, there was no pressure. He didn't do anything wrong. There was no pressure put on us. That didn't stop anybody. But we released the conversation, and that gummed it up. Now, all of a sudden, we never heard from the second whistleblower. We never heard about who the informer was. The whistleblower who was going to come out strong, he's disappeared. Where's the whistleblower? He's disappeared. He's gone. Maybe our great congressman can find him, okay? But the whistleblower is gone. He flew the coop because he reported incorrectly. And the IG, who didn't want to look at the conversation, he was so anxious to turn the whistleblower report over to Congress so that Congress could have fun with it, ought to be ashamed of himself.
It really does.
But today, the House Democrats announced these two flimsy, pathetic, ridiculous articles of impeachment. The House Democrats are walking back from everything they claimed with today's announcement. They're now admitting there was no collusion, there was no obstruction of justice, and there were no crimes whatsoever. There are no crimes. It says it. There are no crimes. They're impeaching me, and there are no crimes. This has to be a first in history. They're impeaching me. You know why? Because they want to win an election, and that's the only way they can do it.
Exactly.
So the Democrats have nothing, and they've turned the somber process of impeachment, and it was, to me, impeachment is a very ugly word. It's a word I associate with some very bad times in our country. The good news is we're having the best times in history in our country. Okay? But the word impeachment to me is a very, very ugly word. It's a dark, ugly word. But I have to tell you, as bad as it is, it meant something. When you had serious high crimes and misdemeanors, when you had serious crimes, it's impeachment. That would happen every 50 years, every 40 years.
Every 100 years.
This was a big deal.
My fellow patriots here. We're still here, so that's good.
They've cheapened the process. These people are so bad, the radical left Democrats. And I actually think that Pelosi, who, by the way, she has totally lost control.
Yeah.
She is totally, it's being run now by this crazy AOC +3. AOC +3. Now it's being run by other people. The far left has just grabbed that party. It is so sad to see. And she knew what would happen. I didn't, because I didn't figure the polls would go through the roof. They went out today in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in a place called Pennsylvania. No. The polls are through the roof. They're called swing states, very important states. We won Pennsylvania the last time, and we're going to win it again, but even bigger. Our polls have gone over the last month. They've gone through the roof. You look at it, take a look at it. It came out today. The Firehouse poll. Firehouse poll. It's an important poll. It was always.
Oh, I think she's about to say she's under alcohol. Yeah.
We're up through.
Very know
Nobody
that.
can even believe it. So what Pelosi did, as I said, they do the impeachment. Then right away, let's do USMCA. Right on top of it. You think she'd wait like a day. She wanted to smother the impeachment crap.
Something's committed across crime, no collusion, and no
Probably what she did, at least to an extent.
Exactly,
But any
Claudia.
Democrat that votes for this sham
They
will be voting to
basically
sacrifice their
on
House
nothing.
majority, their dignity, and their career. Okay?
Oh, they're done. They're finished.
And some of these partisan lunatics have already said that if they fail this time, think of this. Low IQ, Maxine Waters. How about Green? How about Green? Green. How about Green, where he said we have to impeach him because if we don't impeach him, we're not going to win the election. This is what we're dealing with. You know, we're dealing with some very bad people. We're dealing with people that don't respect you. And by the way, you know, they talk about the elite. You're the elite. They're not the elite. You're the elite. You're the elite. You got better education. You got better everything. You're the elite. It always bothers me. They said the elite. This is the elite. Look at these people. How beautiful. This is the elite. You know who are the elite? You look at those jobs reports where the best in history unemployment for African Americans, best in history unemployment Hispanic Americans,
You must be playing
best
this
in
song.
history unemployment Asian Americans. You're the elite. You're the elite. But they said they'll do it again because this has been a total bust.
Oh, yeah.
They'll do it again.
He
And by the way,
deserves
the
a lot of
Senate's been
Christmas
so
cards.
professional, so good,
A
so
lot.
strong, so solid, just like these gentlemen in the House, so solid.
It feels good to say Merry Christmas again.
So we have to vote these crazy people the hell out of office. And in 2020, I'm going to work like hell that we take over the House. We have to take over the House.
Damn right we do.
Right?
We're
Gotta
gonna work
take over
like
the
hell.
House, Mike.
So will we.
So here are the facts that Shifty Schiff. Is that guy the worst? He comes up to a microphone.
Mr. Bug-Eye?
No, he
Yeah.
comes up to a microphone like 2.5 years ago. I have absolute proof that the president of the United States conspired with Russia. Russia? What the hell do I have to do with Russia? By the way, Russia wishes that Hillary Clinton won. They wish. We are now number one in the world in energy. Russia's number 3. We're beating now Russia and Saudi Arabia. You'd have windmills all over the place if you had
Damn
driven
right,
Hillary.
guys.
They'd
That's
be
awesome.
knocking out those birds.
Let's get to
left and
15.
right. Those windmills, wow, wow, wow. Darling, I want to watch television tonight and there's no damn wind. What do I do? I want to watch the election results. Darling, there's no wind. The damn wind just isn't blowing like it used to because of global warming, I think. I think it's global warming.
You know, it's a hoax.
Global warming. No more wind, no more life. The ocean is going to rise 1/8 of an inch within the next 250 years. We're going to be wiped out. Look, I want clean air. I want clean water, crystal clean. And that's what we have at a record level. Our air and our water are cleaner now than it's ever been, okay, with all that we're doing. And we haven't closed up all of our industry. We haven't closed up our businesses and lost all those jobs. And right now, we're
courtesy
by
of
far
Obama,
the
Claudia.
largest economy in the world. And if you remember, you could look, if you go back 5, 6, 7 years, in 2019, they say China was going to catch us as the world's largest economy. Guess what? They're way behind. They're way behind. Because
Yeah, I know.
over the last 3 years,
You never
the
get-
stock market set.
You're never gonna see this again in your lifetime, ever. After he's gone, you're never gonna see it.
I have so many people that come up to me.
That's why we're witnessing history right here, folks.
With me because I went up 79.
Because God is working through him.
I'm a genius. She always thought I was a total stiff, a dumb, stupid dope. Now she thinks I'm a financial genius, sir. And all I did was buy some stock. I have stock in a 401k. And you made me into a genius, sir. She loves me so much more than she ever did. Shows you the power of money, right? Isn't that terrible? But I have so many people. 401ks are through the roof. Your jobs are through the roof. We have the lowest unemployment rate. And now, more importantly than anything, wages are up for the first time in many, many years, decades.
That's right, Claudia. That's right.
You remember 4 years ago, I was here and I told people, I said, 20 years ago, people made more money than they made 4 years ago. Not now, not anymore, because people now can not only make a lot more money, if they don't like their job, they go out and they get a different job and they get more money, and ultimately they find one that they love. You have so many opportunities right now. Wages are up, jobs are up, and today we set a new record. Almost 160 million people are working. We've never come close to that number. That's a hell of a number. But just quickly, here are the facts on Shifty Schiff.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mixed up by Staples.
No, she doesn't.
He said, the president of Ukraine repeatedly declared that there was no pressure, but he didn't want to say that. We said, say it. Say it, you crooked bastard. Say it.
Big.
He doesn't want to say it. We said, say it. I'd like to force him to say it. You walk up to the mic. Guy's a total corrupt guy. Listen, just to finish off, a man who I don't know him, but I respect him because the Ukrainian foreign minister, and he said it so strongly, I have never seen a direct link between investigations and security assistance.
Yeah,
he just
she
said
is.
that. The Democrats who are corrupt refuse to say that. And that's ultimately the only one that matters, the leaders of Ukraine, because they're the ones that know if there's pressure, not some crooked ambassador that's a deep stater or that's a Bushy or that's a Clintonite or that's a Barack Obama ambassador, okay? The ones that matter are the leadership of the country that we're talking about. They refuse to say it because they're dishonest people. There's only one way to stop the rabid partisan Democrats. Pennsylvania voters must show up in 2020 so we can take back the House, hold the Senate, and keep the White House. The only way.
He's right.
Only way.
Get off your butt and vote.
Okay. So I'm going to ask these people to come up on the stage because we have warriors with us tonight. We love warriors.
Sweet.
Like the guys that killed al-Baghdadi. You know how much press? You know how much press I got? I don't care about press.
Devil is
But
envious.
Conan the dog,
Yes.
he got more than I did, and that's okay. Conan was almost electrocuted. He deserves it. They gave me about a day, and that's okay. Because the people understand. We made a great decision. And remember this, al-Baghdadi was the founder of ISIS. Al-Baghdadi was a vicious, ruthless person. Al-Baghdadi created a caliphate bigger than the state of Ohio. Think of that. That's a big caliphate. And we now have taken 100% of the caliphate. And we have thousands and thousands of ISIS prisoners. And with Obama, you did nothing. You did nothing.
Nope.
But get your ass kicked. Good. All right, we're joined tonight by many of the terrific warriors that have helped me so much in so many ways. They fight for us. They really are incredible, and they come right from the state of Pennsylvania. Have you ever
Hey,
noticed where Biden
that's what Benny.
keeps saying he's in the wrong state? Like if he's in Ohio, it's great to be in Iowa tonight. If he's in Pennsylvania, it's wonderful to be in the state of Delaware. What is wrong with this guy? What's wrong with him? There's something wrong. Okay, there's something wrong.
Hell yeah.
No, he keeps. How many times can you do that?
Oh yeah.
So far, it could happen because I was doing 6 and 7 a day that last
Definitely say hello to each other.
that last beautiful month that I love.
Say hello.
I was doing 6. I left these guys alone. I didn't want to do interviews. They were a waste of time. We just did these big, beautiful rallies. I was doing, and if you start getting a little, I went to Michigan, then I went to Wisconsin, then I'm saying, like, what the hell is going on? These crowds are incredible. And we had the biggest crowds. By the way, to this day, there has never been, and they'll always correct me, in the history of politics, in the history of our country, there has never been anybody that drew crowds like we draw. And I don't have a guitar. I have no guitar.
Yep.
I mean, if you took Ronald Reagan, and we all like Ronald Reagan, I liked him. I thought he was a great guy. But if he came to Pennsylvania for a rally, if he had 1,000 people in a ballroom or something, I mean, we're getting crowds, 25, 30,000 people, and then there'll be 20,000 people outside. We set up screens outside, and if anybody would like to stand in the rain watching, and to you people out there, I'm sorry. It's pretty rough. But no, there's never been anything like it. One instruction, get me the biggest arena you can get. We don't have empty seats. I mean, look at this. How many seats is this? 11,000? How much? 10,500. It's packed. It's beyond that. And don't forget, look at the floor. And then you go out. No, and then you go out and you look outside and you have thousands and thousands because there's a spirit for what we're doing. We're fixing our country. We're healing our country. We're making America great again.
That's right.
So I want to ask a couple of our great warriors to come forward. Representative Glenn Thompson. Come up here, Glenn. Come up here. A man that's been a friend of mine for a long time, Mike Kelly. Don't get in a fight with him. Come up, Mike. A wonderful man who represents this area, Scott Perry.
That's right.
Representative Lloyd Smucker. Lloyd.
Oh yeah.
A guy who is always there for us, John Joyce. And two people that you all know very well in this state. They bring home the bacon, Dan Muser and Fred Keller. Thank you, I want to also bring back our Pennsylvania party chairman, and I know his grandfather. I shouldn't say that to you. He was a tremendous man, Dan Tabus. But I'm going to introduce somebody that Dan always said had tremendous talent. Little did I know that he'd be working with us, and he's really working well. He's smart. He's tough. Lawrence Davis. Come on up, Lawrence. Also with us tonight, Pennsylvania Trump Victory Chairwoman, Bernie. You know this, right? You know this person. Comfort, you know who that is? You know who that is? Everybody knows who that is. National Committeeman Bob Asher, RNC co-chairman Tommy Hicks, who's been incredible, and my friend David Urban. David.
Oh, she got right up there.
So I just want to thank, this is an amazing group of people. And with their help and the help of everyone here, we are going to set records like we've never set before. I used to say, and I sort of still have to say, 2016.
Always
I don't know that
response.
anything like that can ever
Oh, that's
happen.
good.
But I think
That's
we're
really good.
much better.
Yeah.
You know, all of the things I said.
Good to have
we're gonna cut
Republicans
taxes,
that
we're
will
gonna cut
respond to you.
regulations, we're going to take
I'm
care
sure
of
they
our
all
vets.
do.
Look what we did for our vets with
Someone
choice.
said defending
right?
President Trump.
Look what we did. Look what we did. We now have the ability to fire all of the bad people that are in the VA, right?
Yes.
Fired over 8,000 people that were disrespecting our vets. They wouldn't have done it in prime time, I can tell you that. But what we've done for our vets, what we've done in rebuilding our military, what we've done in so many ways, and we, unlike the Democrats, will protect your Second Amendment. Okay? So we've done a job and we're proud of it and we have tremendous people and let's give them a hand and thank you very much. Woo!
Yeah. Great Republicans right there.
Thank you everybody. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, folks. Vote for these people. Even if you don't like them, vote for them. Oh, that's a beautiful new hat. Look at the hat that guy's got on. How's that hat working out? Is that hat good? I love that hat. Look at this guy that says, "Keep America Great."
Yes.
Should we do the poll? Should we do a poll? Okay, ready? So we have the greatest phrase in the history of politics, "Make America Great Again." And we wait, and we have our new phrase, because we've made America great. I told you, stock market, we've rebuilt our military, we've cut your taxes like at a level that nobody could even think possible. You look at your median, take a look at your median income, take a look at what's happened. The numbers, median household income, take
Keep
a look
America
at your numbers.
great. That's right.
With President Bush, it went up $400 in 8 years. With President Obama, it went up $975 in 8 years. With President Trump, it went up 5,000. But whoa, in less than 3 years, that's a big thing. Wait, and then when you add energy savings and you add tax savings, you have almost a $10,000 gain in 3 years. It's a big difference. And that's one of the very big reasons why I think that and regulations, but that's one of the very big reasons why our economy is doing so, because they talk about our consumer is loaded with money. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I appreciate it. But with the help of everyone here, we have now the hottest economy. You know, when I meet dictators and presidents and kings and queens and prime ministers, they all come into that beautiful Oval Office. So beautiful, right? So respected.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing they almost always say, "Sir, congratulations on your economy. We're trying to do the same thing." I said, "You won't be able to do it. You won't. They won't be able to. Let them give it a shot." But they all say, "Congratulations on the great job you've done with the economy." But we've all done the great job. Not me. We've all done. I've been your spokesman, and I've done a good job as spokesman. But they all say that. But we've done a good job in many ways. You know, all of the promises that I made, I'm the only politician in history that I've actually kept more promises than I made. Think of that. In other words, I made here like a thing like right to try. Nobody talked about right to try. We got right to try. That's somebody terminally ill. We have the greatest medicines in the world, the greatest doctors, the greatest labs in the world. Nobody close. But it takes years to get it approved. And I got it approved. So you can sign a document, get it. And if you want to see the lives that we're saving, it's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing is happening. Right to try. Right to try. But we've also created 7 million new jobs since the election. If I would have said that, the fake news would have gone crazy. They would have said that's impossible. These people would have gone crazy. They go crazy anyway, and I don't even say it. And right here in Pennsylvania, we've created 160,000 brand new, beautiful jobs. And you have companies moving in and moving back. And as I said, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American unemployment, the lowest ever in the history of our country, the lowest unemployment rates. Wages for low-income workers have gone up more than 10%. Nobody thought that was possible. They're one of the biggest, in terms of a group, one of the biggest beneficiaries. This year, 40 million American families will benefit from the Republican child tax credit, each receiving an average of $2,200.
Oh, yeah.
We ended the last administration's war on American energy. The United States is now, and I said it and I'll say it all night long, #1 producer of oil and natural gas in the world, and there's nobody even close. And in the state of Pennsylvania, natural gas production is up 34% since our election. 34. Virtually every leading Democrat has pledged to entirely eliminate American production of oil, clean coal, natural gas.
Crazy stuff, guys.
I don't think somebody coming into Pennsylvania, you know, those new petrochemical plants, they don't like them at all. Thousands and thousands of jobs, incredible millions of dollars in taxes. How about going to the state of Texas? We had one candidate who turned out not to be too good a candidate, right? Beto. Remember?
That's a bummer.
So he wanted to get rid of religion, the Bible. He wanted to get rid of guns, and he wanted to get rid of oil. How about going to Texas and say, no Bible, no oil? Think of this one. No Bible, no oil, no guns. I think you could be Abraham Lincoln and not win that particular race.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be much different in the state of Pennsylvania, that I can tell you. But, you know, somebody that believes in that is Sleepy Joe Biden. He was caught telling a far-left radical activist that he would shut down fossil fuel production in Pennsylvania. You saw that. But the voters of this Commonwealth will never, ever let that happen.
Nope.
Can you imagine a guy coming in, whether it's him or anybody else? They all want to do it. He just raises his hand. He has no clue what he's doing. They raise their hand. Remember, he looked. You want to give illegal aliens health care, even though we're taking it away from our own soldiers and our own. And he looks, and they're all raising their hand. Did you see that? Well, okay, I'll do it too. In addition to replacing NAFTA, I've taken the toughest ever action against China's trade abuses. They want to make a deal so badly. And we're doing well with the deal, but they want to make a deal. Please make a deal. We don't want to pay tariffs anymore. Please. Thanks to our steel tariffs, steel mills in Pennsylvania are roaring back to life, and U.S. Steel has just announced a $1 billion investment in Mon Valley Works in Pittsburgh. You know that, right? $1 billion. They weren't investing, they were divesting. The steel companies, it's an amazing achievement. We tax all of the dumped steel, comes in from China and other places, 25%, all of it. All of a sudden, our steel mills are doing it again. We need steel. You know, it's not like you can say, gee, we'll get it from another country. We need that for defense. We need it for our ships. We need it for our planes. We need it. We can't play games with steel. After years of rebuilding other nations, we are finally rebuilding our nation. And very importantly, in everything we do, we are putting America first. Sorry. We gave up on the globalists, folks. You know, let's build the world. Let's forget about our country. Let's just rebuild the world. On no issue have the Democrat politicians more thoroughly betrayed the American people than on the issue of immigration. Far left politicians, I mean, they're fighting.
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea, but we're building it in this line, and we have the money coming in from the military. I got from here, from there, believe me. If I weren't a good developer, you could forget about that wall. I got here, there, bah. These people fought me, and we started winning in court. And you know what? Speaking of court, we will soon have 182 federal judges, including Court of Appeals.
Nice.
Nobody can believe it. All because Barack Obama gave us.
And the Democrats will be crapping their pants.
You know, when you're a president, they always say, I disagree. I think the most important thing we can do is defense, right? But beyond defense, they always say the most important thing you can do is judges and justices of the Supreme Court. We have two great ones. But they always say judges and Supreme Court justices. And when you leave office, I hope in 5 years, 9 years, 13 years, 17 years, 21 years, 25 years, 29 years when I leave office.
Now he's throwing the media.
And I'm only doing that to
Love
drive
it.
them totally crazy.
Yeah, they would.
That drives them crazy.
They would.
Even joking about it. We have this idiot comedian who stands up. He's talking to a guest, right? He said, you know he's going to win, don't you? You know. Guy goes, no, we're going to fight. And they will. No, you know he's going to win. Then he goes, you know he's going to win, and you know he's never leaving, don't you? He's never leaving. And at first I thought he was kidding. He's a whack job. He is totally serious. He honestly believes that. And I don't know, should we give it a shot? Maybe we'll give it a shot. I'm only kidding. Media, I'm only kidding. They won't write that, but that's okay. They won't write the I'm only kidding one. But far left politicians support deadly sanctuary cities, demonstrating their sneering contempt, scorn, and disdain for everyday Americans. These jurisdictions deliberately release dangerous, violent, criminal aliens out of their jails and directly onto your streets, where they are free to offend, where they are free to kill, where they are free to rape, where they are free to beat up people, except for ICE, because ICE is much tougher than that. They don't beat up ICE. They don't beat up ICE. You're lucky we have ICE. They want to put ICE out of business. That's not happening. They're incredible people. They're great patriots, and they're tough. Thanks to Democrat immigration policies, innocent Americans in all 50 states are being brutalized and murdered by illegal alien criminals. Last summer, at least 19 illegal aliens were charged in connection with grisly homicides, including hacking victims to death and ripping out, in 2 cases, their hearts. Weeks ago, 2 illegal aliens and members of the savage gang MS-13, who we are removing from our country by the thousands, were charged with relentlessly beating a wonderful, beautiful high school teenager to death with a baseball bat and chopping the body apart with a machete. One of the animals accused was previously released by local authorities in defiance of an ICE demand. ICE said, you can't let him go. They wanted him. They would do anything for him. They wanted them to hand this animal over for deportation back to his country, get him the hell out of our country, right?
Yeah.
Democrat sanctuary cities also give safe haven to those who commit violent sex crimes. Since Montgomery County, Maryland declared itself a sanctuary jurisdiction in July, we have already identified 9 illegal aliens who have been arrested for rape, sexual assault, including a 26-year-old man charged with raping and viciously strangling a young, wonderful woman
Every time it's a Democrat,
who
yeah.
was entering her apartment,
Absolutely, Claudia.
innocently entering her apartment. She was raped and killed, strangled to death. Sanctuary City,
Good
Maryland.
Lord.
But these are only the cases we know about. Sanctuary cities and jails actively conceal illegal alien crime and criminals from federal government. Federal government wants to take them out, or in some cases, if it's real violence, and we don't want to pay for the cost, but we do, put them into very strong jails. The sanctuary city of Philadelphia, the sanctuary city in Philadelphia, is one of the very worst sanctuaries anywhere in America. Did you know that? I mean, I know Philadelphia well, going to school here. We never heard about sanctuary cities, did we? Weeks ago, an illegal alien charged with rape, sexual assault of a child, and inflicting serious bodily injury was released by Philadelphia to wander free in your communities. And by the way, you may have the worst district attorney or whatever the hell you call this guy. I've been hearing about this guy. He lets killers out almost immediately. What the hell? How did you let that happen? Instead of handing him over while still in jail, they defied ICE. They fought with ICE and set him loose upon an unsuspecting family. Thankfully, at great time and effort, our brave ICE officers were eventually able to track him down, arrest him, detain him, and do what has to be done.
Good.
How do you elect Democrats when they create a sanctuary city?
Oh, but according to Democrats, walls don't work. That's a whole.
4 MS-13 gang members were also arrested in Pennsylvania in connection with the brutal and sadistic murders of a 21-year-old and a 15-year-old. As we speak, a criminal illegal alien with 3 prior deportations is roaming free in Pennsylvania because he was released by the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. You better get yourself a new prosecutor.
True story. The people are very nice there.
That's a horrible thing. No, it's a national story, how he wants everybody to not pay the price. And you're talking about not paying the price for rape, for murder, for other
very
horrible
nice people.
crimes. How
Very
stupid can you be? The charges against this alien include rape, aggravated indecent assault, unlawful contact with a minor, indecent exposure, and terroristic threats. Other than that, he was a very nice person. Philadelphia has defied ICE and released illegals charged with everything from assault to kidnapping to drug crimes to sex crimes to homicide murder. Democrats stand for crime, corruption, and chaos. Republicans stand for law and order, and we stand for justice. We stand for justice. We side with law enforcement and with law-abiding Americans, not ruthless gang members and not violent criminals, aliens that come into our country illegally. They take our payments. Some of these people with these crazy laws that you have, look at what's going on in California. They do better than our great veterans. They do better than citizens of our country. And they advertise, we will take you, we will take care of you, we will pay for it. And then you wonder why we have so many people trying to come through at the borders. But we do a great job. We're removing these criminal illegal aliens from our country by the thousands. We're sending them home. And we're not letting them come back in. We're being very tough.
Good.
And Mexico is now giving us 27,000 soldiers at our border. And Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, we signed a very important agreement with each. When their people come into our country, they weren't taking them back. Now they take them back.
Amen.
And they say, thank you very much.
Amen.
They weren't taking them back. If we had a murderer from Honduras,
Guys, just do me a favor. Just make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Make sure you ring that bell. And if you're not, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe.
One option is Bill Simon's companies on Cambridge Street in Worcester.
because we've let them know the
No.
price is very bad if they don't do that. Thanks to our tireless efforts to secure the border.
Sorry, my
Illegal
iPad
crossings are
does
down
that. I don't know why.
75% since May, and the wall is going up at a very rapid pace. The radical
Claudia.
Democrats have gotten more and more extreme. And that's why they did this
We're nuts is
impeachment
more
hoax,
like it.
because Nancy Pelosi had absolutely no control. She knew what was going to happen. She knew. The radical left has taken over the Democrat Party.
Yep.
Democrats are pushing for a socialist takeover of healthcare that would strip you of the doctor and coverage of your choice. We have 180 million people with private healthcare that love it. They're going to take it away from you. I don't think so.
Hey, Duke.
Crazy Elizabeth Warren, or as I affectionately call her, Pocahontas,
Pocahontas. Love it.
her ridiculous plan would cost $52 trillion. That's more money than we take in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, about 7 years. That's for 1 year. $52 trillion. And you don't have your doctor. I mean, she's starting to crash again. You know, I thought I knocked her down. I did that heavy Pocahontas deal. I give her credit. I thought she was left for, I mean, there were like just little embers. And then she rose, and she became strong. But then she opened that fresh mouth of hers, and it stopped.
Well,
It's
Lord
done.
cannot count.
I don't see her as a.
Nope.
I don't think she
can't.
makes it. I mean, you don't know. Crazy things are happening in the Democrat Party. It used to be a sane party. Now it's an insane party. So, you know. But they're all looking at the same thing. I mean, you have Alfred E. Newman who's running, who's like, this guy. This guy, Buttigieg. Can you believe he's doing well? He's like the leading fundraiser. I dream about him. It's true. No, Buttigieg. But I'm not going too far with any of these people. Because I thought, you know, I was way too early with Elizabeth Warren. We destroyed her too fast. So she came back. But she's going back down again. Did anybody see her beer deal where she said, oh, darling, you see that deal? Darling, it's about her husband. Darling, it's great to see you. What are you doing here? It's like, that's her husband. He's supposed to be living in the house. You're here. I don't think she's seen him in 10 years. Hey, I have an idea. Can I get a beer? Let's get a beer. You know, she wants to be one of the group. Hey, let's get a beer. Did you ever see such a phony, disgusting beer? Republicans will defend your sacred right to choose the doctor, and you can choose your plan, and you choose the plan that's right for you. We will strongly protect patients with pre-existing conditions. We will also protect your right to get the physician that you want. Virtually every top Democrat also now supports late-term abortion, ripping babies straight from the mother's womb right up until the moment of birth. And this character in Virginia, do you see the Virginia governor? I mean, he gave a whole expose. The baby is born. And then basically, they start talking to the mother. The baby is born. And there's no other word. If the mother decides no, then they execute the baby.
Got coffee now.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah,
He's the
it is,
governor of Virginia.
Linda.
And why the Republicans aren't going to win Virginia this next election, 2020, I'll tell you what, we're going to give it a very strong shot. When you have people like that, we're going to give it a very strong shot. But that's why
we'll
I've
make
asked
it happen,
Congress to
don't
prohibit
worry.
extreme late-term abortion.
You just give us the green light, we'll
Republicans
kick some
believe
buttocks.
that every child is a sacred gift
Oh,
from
God.
God.
Yes.
Democrats are now the party of high taxes. high crime, open borders, late-term abortion, socialism, and blatant corruption. The Republican Party is the party of the American worker, the American family, the American dream, and the party of honest Abe Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Party of Abe Lincoln.
That's what I likes, guys. Awesome.
I told you about judges. I'm telling you about so many other things. There's nobody that's ever done what we're doing. You look at school choice for every child in America who needs it, including the 50,000 Pennsylvania students who your Democrat governor has blocked from getting school choice scholarships. No scholarships available. What's that all about? How did that happen? I withdrew from the horrible, one-sided Iran nuclear deal, a disaster.
Yeah, we're giving them
I
billions.
recognized Israel's true capital and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. For years, you watched as your politicians apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America, and we are standing up for the people of Pennsylvania, and you've never had that better year.
Oh, yeah.
Never. At stake in our present battle is the survival of the American nation itself. It's the survival. We will destroy our country if these people get in.
Yeah, they're
I
making
say
just like
we've done so
Venezuela.
much in the first 3 years. We'll soon be 4 years.
I'll be
All of a
damned.
sudden the time will be
If
up.
I ever let them
But it's
do
like
that.
when you plant a tree, it needs time to grab on. It needs time. They got to let it's got to grab. And that's what we need. We need time. And we have other things we're going to do that are incredible. We still have tremendous regulation cutting that we can do. You know, we've cut more regulations
Yep, they are.
than
Oh,
any
yeah.
president in the history of our country. We
Yes,
did it in less than
thanks for
2.5
joining.
years.
Thanks for joining us.
We did it in less than 2.5 years. And some had 8 years. One had more than 8 years. More
Thanks for
regulation.
joining.
And we have
Thanks for
regulation.
joining.
You need
Thank
some
you.
regulation. But you don't
If
need
you not
regulation
have
that doesn't
subscribed to
allow
the
you
channel,
go
please
to a
do.
road or highway. So what we've done has been
Hit the
incredible.
notification
That's one of
bell
the
so you
reasons
know
our job numbers
when the
are so
next
good.
live stream is
If
going
you
to
want
be,
your
or
children to inherit
news articles
the
and much
birthright of
more.
American liberty that generations of Americans have fought and died for to secure, then we must devote everything we have toward victory in 2020. And we
Yes.
have to get rid
It's
of
up
the
to us now.
Democrats in the House of Representatives. They are stone cold crazy. Only this way can we save the America we love and clean up Washington corruption once and for all.
Yes.
With your help, we will lift millions more of our citizens from welfare to work, dependence to independence, and poverty to prosperity. We have tremendous prosperity going on.
Showing
in our
us the way,
country.
guys.
And the people in this room
I'm
are,
telling you.
I mean, you know what's happening. You know what's happening with your families. You know what's happening with your jobs.
Clean
You've
the
never had
swamps. Heck
a
yeah.
time like
Claudia.
this. You know, they always say, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? I mean, who is better off now? Everybody, I think. Everybody.
Yeah.
But together, we will elect a Republican Congress to create a fair, safe, sane, and lawful system of immigration. We will enact trade deals that
That's what I
result
feel,
in more
Linda.
products proudly stamped with that beautiful phrase, made in the USA.
Yeah.
We just finished a deal with South Korea, great new trade deal. We just finished a $40 billion deal with Japan. We're in the process of getting our deal done. Let's see what happens. They want to make it more than I do because we're taking in a lot of money. We haven't taken in money from China ever, and it's coming in now by the billions. And when they target our farmer, I give our farmers that money that they've been targeted, and our farmers are thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
left over. But we will achieve new breakthroughs in science and medicine, finding new cures for childhood cancer, and ending the AIDS
AIDS in the
epidemic
USA,
in America.
yes.
We'll have that done within 10 years.
Enough with this stupid, cheap
And it could have
Chinese crap.
started. That could have started earlier than the beginning of our administration.
What we want
We'll have
stuff,
that
we
done
want
in
it made
less than
here,
10
not in
years.
China
Look
or
at that.
Taiwan,
The AIDS epidemic
or
will have it ended in America
Indonesia.
in less than 10 years.
What
We
here?
will defend privacy, free speech, religious liberty, and the right to keep and bear arms.
There you go.
And above all, we will never stop fighting for the sacred values that bind us together as one America, one great country, one America. We support,
Yep.
protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. We stand with the incredible heroes of law enforcement. We believe in the dignity of work and the sanctity of life. We believe that faith and family, not government and bureaucracy, are the true American way. We believe that children should be taught to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag.
Yep. Exactly.
And we live by the words of our national motto, "In God we trust." We stand on the shoulders of generations of Pennsylvania patriots who gave their blood, sweat, and tears for this beloved nation. Pennsylvania is the
Miss Mary.
place where our founding fathers declared American independence, where the Army weathered its brutal winter at Valley Forge, and where General George Washington led his men across the Delaware on Christmas night. They used the password. You know what the password was? Victory or death. Victory or death. How incredible is that? Victory or death. Pennsylvania is the state that gave us self-made titans of American industry, from Andrew Carnegie to Milton Hershey. I love Hershey. I love Hershey. And Henry J. Hines. Pennsylvania is the place where strong American workers mined the coal, worked the railroads, and forged the steel that made America into the greatest and most powerful nation in the history of the world. And we are making it even greater every single day. It's greater than ever before.
Oh, yeah.
And proud citizens like you help build this country. And together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. They are trying to take your power away. It will never, ever happen. With your help and with your devotion and your drive, we are going to keep on working. We are going to keep on fighting. And we are going to keep on winning. We are going to keep on winning.
That's right. Sorry, I had to do that.
We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. America is thriving like never before. And ladies and gentlemen of Pennsylvania, the best is yet to come.
That's right, Claudia.
Because together we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Oh. Wow.
All right.
That was brilliant. Woo. All right, let's get this off. Remove. All right, we got to hide that. Okay. So what do you guys think of that? Any thoughts? That was he exposed a lot of stuff tonight, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that place is packed to the max, and they definitely pray for this man. That's right. We definitely need to, guys. We need to pray for us and pray for the victory lap in 2020. Standing room only. Yeah. I could actually figure out when the next one is. I think it's so good to have this one here because the time zone it's a lot easier to navigate. If you go Pacific or Central, it's like ugh, kind of screws you up a little bit. Yeah, we definitely need prayers for this country, our president, his family, his our first lady, and his administration. Good group here. Oh yeah, you made a lot of amazing patriots in my chat. But I definitely love, covering these rallies for you guys because I know you guys really like them. But nothing can compare to when you're actually there. I have yet to. Well, my bear is killing me. It's driving me crazy. He'll probably sell out in 5 minutes anyway. If you ever came here, whoo! I tell you, if you ever came here, you'd probably flip this state. Linda Horta, thank you for all you do. Thank you. No, thank you guys. Because without you guys' support and your, kind words, I wouldn't be speaking the way I am right now. You guys make this possible. But guys, do me a favor. Definitely, share my channel out there. If you have any conservatives out there that are looking for anything truthful, thank God, Lord, for all of you. Absolutely, Claudia. I do hope to meet some of you patriots in real life one day. But that rally, man, he exposed a lot of stuff. And I want to explain something to people. People are upset. Oh, there's no arrest. That's not the actual report. What John Durham and William Barr are coming out with, that's got to be the hard hitter right there. I'm sorry, I can't do an I pray. No, that's okay. I don't need money. We will one day, yes. And people are jumping the gun, saying that, oh, once again, these people are not going to be held accountable. I actually watched Deb, the Deplorable Deb on Facebook. I don't know if you guys know her. I go to her streams a lot, and she knew this would happen. So, she told everybody not to get upset about what the IG report entails, because Horowitz is not the one who can prosecute. It's Attorney William Barr and John Durham, because he has more power. They have more power. God be with you and your families. So do yours. So don't get upset. It's not over yet. We got this other report coming out. Not exactly. They're still working on that. People need to understand that this stuff takes time. It doesn't just happen like that. But definitely when this report comes out by Durham, John Durham, which he's the prosecutor, and we're gonna see lot more stuff that we probably couldn't even imagine thought of knowing. It's gonna be very damaging to all who is involved. We all do our part, no matter how little you can give. We all have one vote. Relax and keep praying. Have hope and faith. Yes. I was actually watching Douglas Dakota. He's already jumping the gun. I'm like, come on, man. Stay the course, Patriots. I know it's frustrating. This stuff takes time. When President Trump said he's going to drain the swamp, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen as quickly as you want, but it's going to happen. You're going to see it. All these people that are involved in this coup, this attempted coup, to take him out, off they go. Yeah, they go. People think, oh, they're going to get out of there. No, they're not. See, Trump is dismantling the globalists and the radical left. That's right, Claudia. So when this report comes out, I'm not exactly sure. We didn't get here overnight. No, we didn't. It took time. So, but it's so good to see that Pennsylvania is still God is for us. Yes. That's what President Trump is also doing. He's bringing God back into this country. Obama tried to get rid of it. It didn't work. Yeah, exactly, Claudia. It takes time. They want to make sure they have all the information that they need. And once they do, they're gonna take it to the federal court, and the rest they're gonna say, no, we're gonna arrest this person, that person, that person. There you go. And they'll go get them. But you patriots out there already know who they are. God has this, but I would sure like to see justice here on earth. Yeah, me too. But I truly believe we will see it. There's people that are just losing faith in the whole concept. You got to stay the course. Do you think General George Washington gave up when he was getting severely beaten by the British? No. He found the way to win the war. And we have to thank France, because if they didn't step in, boy, we would have been done. Because pretty much, us and France have the same, military tactics, pretty much. Because they're the ones that trained us to begin with. God has the last word. Yes. So everybody's like, oh, we're not going to see this. It's like, oh, boy. We will see it. And of course, you got Lisa Page mocking Trump. Bad idea. Especially when you're in deep crap. Because they're just as guilty as everybody else. Oh, here's another interesting fact for you guys. Brennan, that was in the IG report, proves that he was lying to Congress. He was lying. Am I surprised? No. Because that's what they do. They lie to cover their behind. And I think it was Linda that said they lie, they cheat, they steal. That's what they do. I mean, even my dad's, in on this. He's like, we're definitely gonna see this happen. I was like, I told you. He's like, oh, it's never gonna happen. I'm like, really? Now he's starting to see it. He's like, now I know what it means when he says he's gonna drain the swamp. I was like, there you go. All will be revealed. Yes. God is pointing us into the way of truth. Crazy world we live in. I love you all too. Thank you, God, for you, Patriots, my friends. No, thank you, Linda. Not quitting. Not me either. I did try to access it, but I didn't know where to get it. That's the only problem. So if you guys know where I could, get the IG report, that would be great. Because I tried looking for it. I went to various sites. It keeps coming up as a 401 error. I'm like, ugh. I just want to read this darn thing. It's a lot of people that we already know, but holy moly. Oh, it's cold down there in Texas? Yeah. That's strange. Which means that cold's probably going to come up here. Ah, joy. Check with Pete. He may know. Oh, Pete's a Patriot. Yeah, he might. Oh, it's another great guy to watch, too. Pete's a Patriot. Tony Patriot. So many great Patriots out there. So if you don't have those people, grab them up. Time to go to bed, y'all. It's cold down here in Texas again. Oh, that's a bummer. Bless, may the Lord bless and keep you, Claudia. Have a peaceful night. Anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here myself. I'm starting to get a little tired here. I gotta get up for work tomorrow morning. But hey, it's because President Trump. I still have a job. I'm making more. Put it this way, I'm making more money now than I was with Obama. I almost lost this apartment like 4 times 5 years ago. Not even kidding. In 2014. Ever since President Trump's coming, my paychecks is going up. Anyway, guys, we gotta get out of here. Thank you to Claudia Smith, Linda Horner, Duke Roll, Miss Mary. See, I want to make sure. Oh, Benny Mabe, he was in here for a little bit. Oh, excuse me. See if I don't want to miss anybody. No, I didn't miss anybody. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. You all have a blessed night. Oh, fluid. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another report. Remember, stay in the fight, Patriots. God bless all of you. God bless the duly elected president, Donald John Trump. And God bless America. And Merry Christmas to you all. God is good. Nothing but love for all you Patriots out there. See you guys.